Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this presentation this morning of Workbooks. My name is Tim Wilmot from Wizard Systems. Sorry about the late start time here of our presentation today. Now, we run these presentations normally every Friday. The focus is on a particular aspect of CRM and Workbooks, and today we're going to look a little bit more closely at customer support and how you use Workbooks for tracking customer service activities. So it's just a brief overview of this feature. I'd encourage you to come back to us if you want a more detailed presentation of Workbooks for your company to allow us to understand exactly what you want to get out of Workbooks and CRM, and to take you through the system exactly as you might use it, because every company will use CRM in subtly different ways. Now, on the call today, we've got some people that I know are already trialing Workbooks, so they'll have some familiarity with the interface, and I know some people have never seen it at all on the call, so excuse me if I'm going over some old ground. I need to go the speed of the slower, so to speak. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. Don't worry about any background noises your end. If you've got any questions, please type those in as you think of them into the questions section of the meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. I'll just give out your first name, by the way, to protect your privacy. Now, the session is also being recorded. You'll get an automatic email from our system shortly after the end with a link to the recording, and we'll most likely put it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. Just a brief mention about our company, Wizard Systems. We are CRM specialists. We're an independent reseller of different CRM systems. Workbooks is the most popular system by far that we supply. And as you may know, you subscribe to Workbooks. It's a cloud system. There's nothing to install. You don't need to worry about backups or upgrades. And we do have some clients that do their own thing with Workbooks, but we're on hand here to provide any service or help that you need in the implementation of the system, the setup, maybe migrating data from an old system into your new Workbook system, customizing it to your requirements, giving you training. We can train you at your premises, or you can come to us. We're based near Bristol, and we can do training online as well. So at a time convenient to you, if there's a specific aspect you want to know about, we can concentrate on that with you in a very interactive online session. And finally, we provide all the ongoing support as well. So we've got a nice friendly help desk service here. If you get stuck, we're just a short phone call away. So of course, the key focus of working with you is to find out what are the key issues you're looking to solve, what are the objectives you're looking to achieve. Are you wanting to improve your sales process? Maybe you've got an aging old CRM system that needs updating. Maybe you want to improve your management of quotations, or indeed today's focus on how you can use CRM to improve and track your customer support activities. So what is Workbooks? Well, it is one simple to use, easy to use, affordable application to help you manage all the information about your leads, your prospects, your customers and suppliers, your interactions with those people, not only your interactions, your colleagues' interactions as well. So it's great for teams, great for sharing information, great for a work group to work more effectively as a team. There's also some marketing tools in there as well to help you be more proactive in a targeted way, in a targeted way to your prospects and customers. Unusually for a CRM system, it also has a quotation capability. So a question here for you is, how do you do quotes right now? Do you do that in Word? Do you have it on your accounting system? Well, this is an integral part of Workbooks to manage a sales quote process. And there's an option also, if you think about a typical business process of what happens when the customer wants to order what you've quoted for. Well, with Workbooks, we have an option for converting that quote to a sales order, to an invoice, to create supplier purchase orders, and to record basic customer receipts as well. Now, there's two different editions of Workbooks. When you sign up for Workbooks, you've got two choices. There's CRM edition or business edition. Both editions will do quotes, but business edition will allow you to do orders, invoices, credit notes, and orders. So more of the financial stuff, if you like. So just bear that in mind. And the pricing is different on the two subscriptions. I'll come on to pricing towards the end of my presentation. And you can also mix and match these two editions as well. So if you're, say, 5 users, you could have 4 people on CRM and 1 person on business. Now, today we're going to focus on customer service, so I'll cover that in more detail very shortly, but obviously a great way of tracking customer service activities. And if you have a help desk, engineers, technicians, a great way of them using the system, as well as your sales and marketing people. Now, as well as it being a great personal productivity tool, it's also a management tool as well, so we can use it to help control the business and help you make decisions. And Workbooks is a UK system. All of the data is in the UK. It's 100% cloud. It's very, very secure. Workbooks is certified in the UK. It's certified for the 6 different certification levels of the UK G-Cloud government program. So that means it's very, very secure. It's a very reliable system. Last year we had a 99.99% uptime, and it's very popular as well. It's won the UK CRM Product of the Year the last 3 years running. So just to focus now on managing information about your leads, your customers, and your suppliers. So we have a ready-made database. Essentially, Workbooks is a big database to help you manage information about all those different types of people that you've got relations with. It's very customizable. Shortly, when I show you the system, these screens can all be changed by you. No programming required. It's very, very simple. You can also deploy different security levels as well. So if in your business you have some people that shouldn't see information or shouldn't do certain things, you can have different user groups, user roles, if you like, to ensure that people have the right access to right capabilities. You're also using Workbooks to track and record all of your activities, your phone calls, your appointments, your tasks. There's a diary, there's a calendar in the Workbook system. There's also an optional, this does cost a little bit extra, there's an optional link to Outlook. So if you're using Outlook currently for your calendaring, then the two systems can be integrated so that essentially you put information in once. You put the activity in once, it will appear in the other system. So you're building up over time a wonderful client history of everything that you've done and your colleagues have done against that customer. With that Outlook integration, you also get the ability to link in your Outlook emails as you're sending and receiving your Outlook emails. They can be copied together with the attachments against the client's record and indeed against the service activity that I'll be coming on to shortly. We can also, if you're not using Outlook, we can interface with any email system out there using a feature of Workbooks that's included called Email Dropbox. So if when you take that trial you spot something called Dropbox, that relates to linking in your emails into the Workbook system. Included in your subscription is mobile access. There's a downloadable app, so you can use, this is all included in your subscription, you can use real-time Workbooks on your mobile device or tablet. So a little bit of information now about marketing. You've got easy ways of getting data into Workbooks and out of Workbooks. We also can integrate to a form on your website. This is called the Web to Lead feature or capability of Workbooks. So if there's a form on your website, when someone fills in that form, that automatically creates a lead record, an inquiry in your Workbook system. It will also alert you with an email in your inbox to bring your attention to the fact that you've got a new lead that needs some attention. Also, when we come on to support and tracking cases, we do also include a very similar feature called Web to Case. So you could have a form on your website where customers can fill in their service inquiry, their problem, and then when they hit submit, that becomes a case record in the system automatically for you. So great ways of integrating your website with your CRM system. But putting your marketing hat on, you've got a great way of creating a list of people that you want to market to based on any criteria, based on any information that's in the workbook system. And as part of your subscription, we integrate with MailChimp, Constant Contact, or .mailer. So you create the list in Workbooks, that list is uploaded, no need to do any exporting or importing. That list is uploaded to, say, something like MailChimp. MailChimp will allow you to create the email, deliver the email, but importantly, automatically back in Workbooks, we can see the responses of our customer to that email marketing campaign. We can manage the complete sales process from lead to cash with Workbooks. So I've mentioned already the ability to create quotes. You have a quote layout design tool in Workbooks allowing you to create your quote in a PDF format. You can email that quote also directly from the Workbooks application. You can also store quite detailed information about your products and prices. Your price list is actually in Workbooks. You can import those prices into Workbooks as well. You can also maintain different layouts. So if you've got different quotation situations, you can also maintain different layouts. And we fully integrate with the opportunity management system. So as you're doing these quotes, they're updating, they're summarized back in the opportunity, which again, we focus on another Friday session, is how you keep on top of your sales forecast and your pipeline. And remember, with Business Edition, you've got the option for creating orders and invoices. So customer service then, our focus today. Another dimension to Workbooks, a separate screen to log the customer service issue. Again, it's very customizable. So shortly when I show you the case screen, the screen of the issue, that can all be customized very easily. You can apply deadlines to these issues. So sort of getting a way of tracking service level agreements, SLAs, in the system. And over time, you're building up a wonderful history of these issues and typical resolutions too, and thereby building up a fantastic knowledge base over time of potential resolutions to those issues. Right, final slide here before we dive into the demo proper. So again, putting your manager's hat on, we've got a way of using Workbooks to track sales activity levels, track our sales forecasts and opportunities in an easy way. There's a report writer built into Workbooks. I will be showing you that shortly as it relates to reporting on our service activities. There's about 50 or so reports provided with Workbooks to get you going. You can create your own as well. And complementary to that are graphical dashboards to focus on key metrics in your business as regards leads, marketing, sales, and support. Okay, let's dive into Workbooks proper then. So this is Workbooks. I've just logged in with my email address and my password, and what you see straight away is the Workbooks desktop. And as you can see, it looks just like your Windows desktop. It's got that immediate familiar look and feel. It's very easy to use, very easy to navigate your way around and learn how to use it. But down here in the bottom left-hand corner, my Start button and my Start menu, this gives me access, depending on my access levels, my security levels, gives me access to all of the important elements of a proper CRM solution with, right at the top there, the people you deal with, the companies you deal with, your activities, emails, sales, leads, opportunities, quotes, marketing, your campaigns, products, mailing lists. But today we're going to focus on support. So I'm going to dive into cases here. And up comes a pretty typical display in Workbooks that will show me all of the cases on the go. Now, initially, I'm not seeing anything. That's because I've got the wrong view selected here. I've got no open cases, but this little view section here, this allows you to filter in and display support cases that match some common criteria. So I've got a group here. This is a standard group or standard view in Workbooks of displaying all of the support issues on the go at the moment. So Rather like Excel, it's summarizing here row by row all of the customer issues. You can decide what columns you see here. You can move these columns around. You can change the sequence of the grouping of these issues as well. So a very easy way of grouping similar records together to help you manage that information. If you want to, right at the top, you can export this information. You can print this information as well. Now, if I dive into a particular support issue, let's go into this issue here, case number 1070, and just give you an example of what information we can track against a service issue. So this is just an example of a case screen. Notice the tabs across the top there. Initially we're on the main tab, the key information about this case, and this is pretty much the standard information that Workbooks will give you as regards the sort of audit trail of this support issue. Who is it being looked after by? Who is the customer it relates to? What type of issue is it? A brief description of the issue, linking to other information as well, all very customizable. And running across the top of this window, on these tabs, you can display and record additional information. So we've got some basic notes there. Activities. So if you record or schedule a follow-up phone call, meeting, task, that will be displayed there. Again, you decide what columns you see. Any emails going backwards and forwards that relate to this issue, 107's issue, could be copied and displayed there. The people that relate to this issue, there could be, of course, more than one. There might be the requirement to link to multiple organizations as well. So numerous ways there of linking this service issue to other information that's lurking in your workbook system. Now, if I dive into the particular client that this issue is related to, Alan Whitehead, who works for a company called Atlantic. Let me just open up this person. And another window will appear. So similar to the case screen, we've got those tabs running across the top. Initially, we're on the main tab. This is pretty much, again, the standard information that Workbooks gives you. Deliberately, it's intended that you change this. You can remove fields or add new fields to the screen. But running across the top there, we've got all the other information, other non-case related stuff, sales activities there. Nice little numerical indication of those activities. And in red, we're also highlighting overdue activities. So a nice sort of visual indication there of things that need our attention. There's my emails that relate to Alan, MailChimp activity relating to any email marketing campaigns, sales opportunities on the go with this customer, any transactions. When you see transactions in Workbooks, that's quotes, orders, invoices, all the financial stuff. So they're all listed there and the ability to dive into them. And right over on the right-hand side here, cases. So we've got 8 existing issues logged with Alan, and here they are here, summarized row by row. Again, you can customize these columns to display what you want. And also, wherever you see this little filter button, that allows you to filter down, drill down, and just display certain types of records. Maybe I just want to see outstanding issues against Alan, or issues with my username against them. That's what you'd use that filter button for. Now, managing your support issues. Well, we've already seen the cases landing page here, but also a couple of other tools that Workbooks gives you to help you stay on top of your customer service activity is the report writer, first of all, and secondly, dashboards. So I just dive into my reporting tool here. So from that start button up to start menu and reporting, this is where I can see all of the existing reports that are provided with Workbooks. These reports are stored in different sections. Do you see here? Activity reports, and here's cases. They're generally in alphabetical order. And we can then click on one of these reports to run them. And this will then display the information relating to that report. Again, it's very customizable. So you can change these reports, create new reports. You can chart these reports, create a bar graph or pie chart from them. You can print out these reports. You can, provided you've got the security clearance to do that, you can export those reports as well. So apart from the report writer, we've also got dashboards. So I just close down these windows here, give myself a clean desktop. Nice little handy button down there to close all those windows. And here's a dashboard I created earlier called Customer Support, consisting of 4 panels of information. You decide what you want to see here. This can be pretty much any information that's in your workbook system summarized for you in a tabular type format, or as you can see here as a pie chart or a line chart, or indeed a bar graph. So there we are, a quick run through managing cases and services with workbooks. And I'd like to cover a little bit about pricing. So with workbooks, you commit to an annual subscription, and we have these 2 editions of workbooks, CRM edition and business edition. So business edition is a little bit more, but then it does more. This allows you, again, to create orders, invoices, credit notes, and record customer payments. And just to repeat, you can mix and match these 2 editions as well. There are some popular add-on options to workbooks. These do cost extra. Probably the most popular one is the Outlook integration. We do cover this on one of our Friday presentations on the Outlook integration. Generally speaking, apart from the Sage integration there, generally these options are an extra £48 per user per year. There's also a contracts module. So do you track contracts in your company? Very relevant for customer service, of course. So the contracts module is an extra £48. You don't have to have that applied to all users. It could be just one user if you want to. But that again gives you a separate screen containing all the information about that contract. Very customizable, and the ability to log your service calls against the contract. Record equipment schedules against that contract. Manage contract renewals, getting out quotes relating to those contract renewals. So a nice add-on there if in your business you're managing any contracts. Now, as regards looking at the overall costs of implementing a system, be realistic. Think about, do you need any help in getting this system up and running? And that's where my company especially comes in to assist you in setup, migrating data, customizing the system, training. And we can have, obviously, once we understand your requirements, we can then provide some costings on that. So it might be that you just need a few hours assistance. You might need a few days assistance. Once we know your requirements, we can give you a firm quote on what you need there. Okay, so we've come nearly to the end of our session this Friday. I'd now like to open out the presentation to any questions you've got. So locate that questions section, please, in your meeting control panel. First question from Ryan. Can you import cases from an older system? Yes, you can, Ryan. You can import almost into any part of workbooks. So if you're able to export your old cases information in a CSV type format, or even in Excel, that can be converted to CSV, separated value. Then that can be imported into workbooks. You'd normally would have imported your client information first. So the client information is first in workbooks, and then you can import and link those old cases, that old history, to your customer records there. Next question from Lynn. Can you link to Apple Mail? Yes, you can, Lynn. That is with the feature of workbooks included with any edition of workbooks called Email Dropbox. So basically, as you send email via Apple Mail as you're receiving emails, they're being copied automatically into the client's record. The way that works is by ensuring that you've got the client email address in your workbook system. You can incidentally link in emails automatically into the case. You might have seen earlier my case screen had a number. So every time you create a customer service case, it numbers it, that's a unique number. If the subject line of the email contains that number, there's a way of automatically having that email copied into the workbook system. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through there, so it just remains for me to say thanks very much for your time this morning. Sorry about the late start there. You will get a recording to the presentation. Bear in mind, if you do want a more detailed discussion, please come back to us. There's our phone number. My name again is Tim Wilmot. The company is Wizard Systems, wizard-systems.com or wizard-systems.co.uk. Thanks very much for your time this morning. Have a nice day, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you very much.